Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing this matter, Two-Face, and the reason, again, that we talk about it on our show is because we would like to learn some lessons from it, and we want Nigerians to also discuss it in a way where we can understand the lessons and learn from it, because we don't just gist about people on this platform. Mike, you're going to take us
Yes, I was going to take us somewhere else, because now there is a third person in this relationship, and that is, I think her name is Natasha. What advice will we give? Because she too is she's going through her own stress right now. People are abusing her, people are cursing her, people are giving her what maybe she did not even deserve, because as from how I think I've heard the story, Two-Face and Annie had even broken up before he started the relationship with this lady. So what kind of advice can we give her, and how, because she too must be going through some serious mental stress.
Before we discuss advice, I'm sorry to cut you off, but doesn't it reek of low self-esteem to date somebody like a Two-Face? For you to even allow a Two-Face to propose to you, for you to leave your whole self, your lawmaker self, and fall in love with somebody that has that kind of drama, X amount of women in his life, and with that.
He's still human.
He's human, but I'm saying, doesn't I mean, on Natasha's part, would you, as a person, as you are like this, as you find like this, go and then date someone like him?
An established woman.
Also, for me personally, I'm like, Auntie, are you okay? Can you see it?
Have you met Two-Face before?
I've not met Two-Face before.
He has
So maybe he has
but he has baggage. He has enough baggage for you to look at it and say, you know, I'm not going there. If I were a Natasha, you would date me for 5 years first.
Okay, so what
for a long time.
So what I'm going to ask really is that, is it that Two-Face does not deserve to remarry?
Exactly.
Or to have other relationships?
He doesn't deserve it.
He doesn't deserve it.
He doesn't deserve a life because he
does not deserve it.
I think you're going to train.
No. Let me tell you why he does not deserve. Let me tell you why. See, listen. If you put yourself as a woman, if you put yourself in if you put a woman in Two-Face shoes, would a woman ever get away with that kind of thing? Never.
Never.
A woman get away with what Two-Face get away with?
This life no balance now. There's no balance now.
So he's there getting away with it.
But we already
think he deserves love. No, he doesn't deserve. You deserve to stay put with Annie.
We already know it's not balanced.
He stay put with her.
I don't agree. Everybody has to stay put. No. See, the truth is we don't really know what's happening. There are many stories we've heard before where the person that is the public villain is actually the victim. We sit down, we talk. So I'm not making a case for them. I'm just saying be careful. Sometimes the person that you're looking as the villain, the cause of all the issues, may not just be the issue. Do you understand? The person inside may be the person who has the problem. We have seen many victims, many villains that look like they are victims. So that's on one end. On the second end, this is about love, about relationships. Yes, if Two-Face decides to leave, to leave Annie and says it's because he doesn't love her anymore, he has the right as a human being to choose his love. Now, would there be consequences of whatever decision he makes? I'm sure there will be. You know, he has left a relationship of many years that everybody has, for whatever reason, they've called her a virtuous woman because she has stayed with him all through the years. But he has said, in spite of all you have done for me, I would rather go with this person that I love. But for every decision we make, there are the pros and the cons, there are consequences, and he will face them. As well as Annie, it's just like saying, if Natasha doesn't have self-esteem by falling in love with Annie, with Two-Face, Annie didn't have self-esteem. Is it only people with not self-esteem that fall in love with Two-Face? What if he decides that, you know what, yes, Annie did not have high self-esteem. I want to marry someone that has high self-esteem now.
This one doesn't look like
no.
She has self-esteem.
But the truth, he has every right.
Let me tell you,
Deputy Majority Leader, Edo State House of Assembly.
Latifa, wait, let me take this call first.
It's okay. I've heard. Don't have
Good morning, Latifa, are you there?
Yeah.
Where's Natasha?
Yes, I'm here. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, I can hear you.
She's from.
Good morning, cousin. From Edo. Are you Two-Face's neighbor?
Yes, from Edo.
Yes,
you can.
What?
Yes. You know what I want to advise our youth?
Yes.
And they should not look up to these people.
Yeah.
One, the youth always say soon as come because of politicians losing money anyhow. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, because losing money anyhow, school has come. The same thing is happening to marriages now. Because before you know it, our young girls will start going astray and going to marriage and coming out. This is not supposed to
Going off and on.
Yeah. If they know they want to marry, they should do it.
Latifa, it's going off and on. We can hardly hear you now.
She
Oh, I'm
moving.
so
We got
sorry.
the main thing. She
Yes.
was saying.
So there are no role models for anybody.
Okay.
They are not
But do you
our role
understand my
model.
perspective?
Auntie, we understand karma, but you know I told you karma does not invite us to view the karma. So leave it. And you know, Two-Face might have lived this
no,
life.
I don't understand you.
Yeah, and
I don't know the karma
Two-Face,
you're
when he was
talking
dating Annie, the first girl ended up marrying into a stable family system, where she got a stepfather for his son. Remember the one before Quero? One lady.
That's
she married
Davido. That's Davido now.
No,
I'm
the
talking of
first
Two-Face.
being,
If
yes.
we talk Davido,
I know
we know
Sumbo.
Sumbo.
Yes.
Sumbo moved on. Her family said, okay, this is a mistake. They supported her. She moved on into a stable home. She's in a stable marriage. All the drama leave her. And he stayed. Sumbo moved away. That's the system I'm talking about. But even too, with the drama, moved away from it and moved on. But now, Natasha have come more. Maybe Natasha is the final thing. Judgment Day. You know? Yeah. Because you might be looking at her, but this guy is not, she's not ordinary guy. I said it yesterday. You don't do politics ordinarily. You either come from a support family, money, or something. And her family now, then they get the constituency anyways. She got it. She's in the house. She's not sitting with people of Two-Face's likes every day. The people who are in the dream world of creativity and all that. The people who are in the grassroots doing the thing, that's the kind of profession she has chosen. That's where she is. On at least in a 4-day out of the week, she will be in the house doing plenary with people like this, talking serious things. This is the girl you have chosen that you are saying she's not what do you call it now?
I said that for somebody to date a Two-Face, it for me it reeks of possible low self-esteem.
No.
That's how I feel.
It's high
Now, and I've been
self-esteem.
wrong.
High self-esteem
Okay.
making
So if you had met
a
Michael
justification.
Jackson and you fell in love
Yes,
with him,
and
you
there are
have
too
no
many
self-esteem.
celebrities that we've seen in their lives where they have messed up with many young girls, and in
And they
their
find that one
old age,
person.
they find one person and they're living happily
Jeje.
ever
We're wrapping up
after.
the show gradually, so I'd like to come to our guest. So just to
We're not
discuss, because I know you're. I'd like you to give us a final comment on this, because I'd like to go into your books. I know you came with gifts. Thank you for the gifts. Before we talk about your gifts, let me just give you a final moment to just wrap up on this whole saga and how you think as women we can caution ourselves. My own worry, like said, she don't understand my perspective. It's not because I said that Two-Face does not deserve love, but I feel that if I put myself in Two-Face's shoes, if I was a woman that did what Two-Face has done, people will expect her to make that sacrifice and stay put in her husband's house. No matter how much you fall in love with this person, I just love this lawmaker. He's the apple of my eye. Stay put. Because that's where you have your kids, that's where you have the history, that's where the man has sacrificed for you, you stay put. That's why the woman is always advised to. So why is it difficult for us to advise him to stay put with her? That's where my own angle. However, but let me let you wrap up on this
Okay,
matter.
so they say this life, no balance.
Yes.
You know. So, and that's what most women will get as advice. Even though not all will advise he should stay put.
Yes.
But what you're dealing with or what you're discussing is the inequity of the genders.
Yes.
But you yourself, as a woman, as a young lady growing up, must know yourself. You must have worth. You must have self-worth. It's not about what the society tells you. Because at the end of the day, if your mental health breaks down or your life breaks down entirely, some women have been suicidal and some have actually been killed in marriage. I'm trying to say it is not worth it. And that is why we have to train our girls. Yes, we also have to train boys too. Those who have that calling to train young boys and young men, they should come out and also train our boys. Let's train our girls. And the reason why we put more emphasis on the girls is because of this imbalance. Is that when push comes to shove, the pain, the woman is more of the loser. And that is why we are doubly protecting the woman. We're doubly speaking to the young girls. Because at the end of the day, they will say, stay, and the man is allowed to cheat, but you are not allowed to cheat, you know. That's what goes on in society, that they say, men will always cheat, that is normal. I don't believe that. That should be, but it has been accepted, but it is not accepted for a woman to cheat. So because of those imbalances, women, shine your eyes well.
Fantastic.
Young girls, open your eyes well. And you know, I must say this because you know I'm a Christian, I'm a person of faith, and I'm a pastor as well. Have a relationship with God.
First.
Have that relationship. Just have a relationship, a personal relationship with God, so that you have that inner guidance. You know, even if your parents didn't guide you right, you have that inner guidance, that intuition, that voice is nudging you. You are able to discern red flags clearer for what they are. Not red looking like orange or yellow. Let red be red. Because let me tell you, in marriage, the things you notice in a person from the onset or during the dating and courtship period, you will see it in marriage. You will still see more of it. Don't say, I will change him, I will change him, I will change him. We don't have to talk about, oh, what my husband says personally me, that was red flag, or what I see in him, or whatever. But I have looked back and I've seen that when you are in your marriage and you have a point of something you don't like, you find that it's usually one thing. It's just one thing. My husband and I, when we talk, I would say, look at it, it's one thing. It's one thing. I'm being open with you now. I'm being, if you like, got it, the bag that's supposed to be there. We never pretended to be perfect. Yes. There's always that one thing that even if you've been married for 30 years, we've been married for, it'll be 32 years this year, to the glory of God. I'm not boasting, but sometimes there's still that one thing. Sweetheart, this thing, there's one thing like that I saw, and I said, okay, I saw this thing. And it's still not necessarily I struggle fully with it, but then I've come to terms with it. You can imagine, okay, you're married to a pastor. There's the pastoral work, there's the, you know, it gets better and better, and it has gotten better, but it's not been a deal breaker. But we've had to talk about it. You know, there are times I've pulled his leg and said, it's you, the church first, then me. Second, you know, you say, Nick, how can you say that? I say, yes. In reality, but I'm pulling his leg. I know that's not the reality, but I'm trying to communicate sometimes when I feel I don't have enough time. You know, I'm trying to communicate that.
Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.